According to a new poll, a majority of Americans are not only experiencing higher prices on every single thing that they buy, but a majority also say, we blame Donald Trump for these higher prices that we are paying. To put that another way, a majority of Americans say that we're feeling financial pain and we blame Donald Trump for the financial pain that we are feeling. Let me read you this. This is from Axios. The poll is the latest Washington Post ABC News Ipsos poll, and it was conducted throughout the month of October. So 7 in 10 Americans say they're spending more on groceries compared to last year. 59% of U.S. adults say they were spending more on utilities. 6% said they were spending less. Among all adults, 59% said they blame Trump a great deal or a good amount for the current rate of inflation. Among Republicans, 20% blame Trump a good or great deal. Another 48%, when asked how much they blame Trump, chose not much. Now that's interesting, right? Because a year ago, when we were also experiencing, economic pain, the vast majority of Republicans were like, this is the president of the United States' fault. That Sleepy Joe guy, he's responsible that I can't buy eggs anymore. And now that it's happening under Trump with a lot more than just eggs, they're like, nah, what did he do? See, the funny thing is that the rising costs under the Biden administration were not Biden's fault. Biden was not enacting policies that caused prices to increase. Trump, on the other hand, is enacting policies that have caused prices to increase, so that is why there is a big difference. Biden did not do anything to intentionally raise the prices. We had a bird flu epidemic with the chicken or poultry populations in the United States. That's what caused egg prices to go sky high. Inflation otherwise had been dropping. Trump came in, and starting in April, inflation has risen every single month this year. Since April, every month. In April, what happened? So-called Liberation Day, right? Trump puts his major tariff policies in place, inflation goes up, tariffs all throughout the time since then, prices continue to go up. So yes, the price increases we feel, we experience on everyday goods, even big ticket items, that is 100% Trump's fault. It's 95% Trump's fault, 5% fault of Congress who refused to pass legislation to prevent Trump from enacting the tariffs. But let me read you more. 58% of U.S. adults said they believe imposing tariffs hurts the economy. 88% of Democrats agreed, 23% of Republicans agreed. So Republicans are still not believing it, right? Even though they see that prices have gone up, there's direct correlations between when Trump announces policy or tariffs and when prices go up. So those rise together. It's clear as day. Even conservative economists are like, yeah, this is causing prices to go up. But Republican voters are like, I'm not so sure. No, I'll do my own research. And their own research is just listening to people like White House spokesperson Kush Desai, who said, Trump's policies have dramatically lowered the price of household essentials like eggs and gas. Cool. So we can have eggs and gas, but we can't have meat anymore. We can't have vegetables anymore. We can just have eggs and gas. So I guess that's good. And for the record, egg prices are still higher than they were pre-bird flu. So it's not like we're getting a deal on eggs. We're still paying more than we were a year and a half ago. But at least a majority of Americans agree. At least a majority of Americans understand that we are in fact paying higher prices, and it is 100% roughly Donald Trump's fault, with a little bit of that blame for congressional Republicans as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.